Okay, so welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to be breaking down today's trade that I was able to take on the NASDAQ. So today's trade was actually not too complicated. It's just SMTs and inversions, right? So what do we see here? On the NASDAQ, we ended up seeing price opening and then sweeping this liquidity, going back up to take out this liquidity. But notice we didn't take out London highs. Now let's check on the S&P 500. If we check on the S&P 500, what do we see? We see the S&P 500 doing the same thing right here. Came all the way down to, as you can see here, price didn't go all the way down to take out all this equal lows right here. Because as you can see here, we had some way more than two equal lows basically. So price took that on the S&P. Price didn't come all the way to take that. So that created a bullish SMT. So that was why we see that huge push to the upside. But notice what happened at the S&P 500. We ended up taking out London highs. So we took out London highs. On the NASDAQ, we didn't take out London highs and Asian highs. Because as you can see here on the S&P, London highs and Asian highs were both taken. But the NASDAQ, we didn't do that. So that's creating a bearish SMT for us. So I should be looking for bearish trades. So now, before we actually get into the trade that I took, I just need to tell you guys, I didn't take this trade on my actual account. I took this trade on the paper account, and that was because we had two red folder news in the time of my trading window, because I actually trade from 9:30 to 11 a.m. So imagine me seeing two red folder news by 9:45. So it was just my decision not to trade on my actual account today, and that was why I ended up trading on my live. And that was why I ended up trading on the demo account on TradingView today. So as you can see here, this is what I saw. So after seeing the SMT, all I needed to see price do was to inverse this fair value gap right here. And here I'm using my fib levels, and I am extending this fair value gap here because I am including the volume imbalance right here. Because as you can see here, we have some little space between this body and this body right there. So that's why I included the volume imbalance right there. So what do we see here? So I drew my fib levels from this this fair value gap high to this low. And what do we see? We can see here when price was dropping, we ended up breaking below the body below this consequent encroachment. So at this point, I am believing price should keep on pushing to the downside. So I ended up taking my sell trade right here as this new market opened. My stop loss was at this high, and then I was targeting this low right here, this low right here, and this low. So I ended up adding another extra contract when price did this. So as you can see, when price pushed all the way down, I am now treating this fair value gap here as a breakaway gap. I am not expecting to see price return back into that fair value gap, maybe unless we've taken out all these liquidities right there. So when price came all the way down, as you can see here, we ended up retracing back into what? A 3-minute bearish fair value gap right there. As you can see, we just tapped into that fair value gap and started pushing to the downside. So that's also giving us a good signal that we're going to keep pushing to the downside. Why? Because we are staying below the consequent encroachment of that 3-minute fair value gap right there. So let's go back to the 1-minute time frame. And as you can see here, when price did that, I ended up putting my stops to break even right there. That's when price actually ended up sweeping this low right there. My stops to break even. And price came back up again and then kept on pushing to the downside, taking out my sell side liquidity and my London lows. So yeah, that was basically today's trade, and really nothing too much for me actually. So yeah, that was basically today's trade. And this now, because I'm going to show you guys the live recording of the trade I took on the demo account, and here is it.